What's going on, everyone? Matthew Osborne here, and today we're going to do a little bit of a different style video. As many of you guys might have known, I've been traveling in an RV the past 7 months now, full-time with my family. So I've been working from the road. As long as I have an internet connection, I can pretty much do everything I need to manage the various parts of my business from my computer. But today, we've decided to stop traveling in the RV and we're moving to Arizona because we've got a house being built here. The house is not done yet, but we're gonna live here until the house is finished. So with that said, I wanna do a tour of the RV and show you guys where we've been living the past 7 months for those of you guys that are interested. So I put together this video walking through our RV. This video was originally intended to show to people who are interested in buying the RV, which it is for sale if anyone is interested. But I just wanted to use this video to show you guys this is where we've been living. And if you can create a business where you can do it solely online, you can really live wherever as long as you have an internet connection. And we wanted to test that 7 months ago, and we did. And it was a success for us. We loved doing it. I'm ready to get back into my routines and the things that just have more consistency in our lives, but we're so glad we did it. We had so many cool experiences with the family and with our kids that we would not have had otherwise. And so I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm glad we got the RV we got and the truck we got, and you guys can see that laid out here. So if any of you guys get the opportunity to be able to work on your computer and make a living on the internet, or at least manage your business from your computer, go do something like that. Take an adventure, go travel for a while. Granted, we have young kids, they're not in school, it makes it a little bit easier. So I know a lot of people have school-age kids that can add a little more complexity because you have to homeschool, but if you have the opportunity to do it, I highly recommend you at least try and do it, because it was some of the great memories that I'm sure we'll look back on in the future is just doing this the past 7 months. So this is the RV we've been living in full-time for the past 7 months. All right, this is a tour of our 2020 Grand Design Momentum 395M. We are in Arizona right now and it's hot outside, so all the windows are shut just to keep it a little cooler in here. But I turned on all the lights so you guys can see how everything looks. Let me zoom out here a little bit. All right, so here's the dining area right here. There's tons of windows all around. I love how much light it lets in here. Got the little table here. This table does not fold up. We just had 4 chairs around it. And then we got our first love seat over here. You can see the cup holders have heat for the chairs. There's a light to turn on and off. Underneath, a little massage functionality. Every chair has that. This chair over here, this L section, is not plugged in right now. There's a little plug right here. This chair moves, and we slide this chair over right here when we travel because the slides cannot come in if this chair is here. So this chair is only here once we're parked. But you have the other love seats here. You've got your fireplace over there that is functional. It looks good, but it also puts out heat as well if you want it to. Big, I think 50-inch TV here. Plenty of storage all around. You can see there's the DVD player / CD player. It goes through the surround sound. You can see there's 4 speakers on the roof right here. There is a subwoofer behind the couch. There's also speakers back here in this room. Up there you can see the ceiling. So you can direct it outside. There's also a bigger subwoofer outside and more stereos outside. You can put it just here in the living room. You can turn the subwoofer on and off. You have all that control right here, and this is Bluetooth as well, so you can play music through your phone. Got more storage. And we also have great storage above the couch here. We've got all these little cubbies for storage. We actually mainly use this for extra food, so food that we didn't have space for in the kitchen. We put up there along with some other items. And then here is the kitchen. Let me give you a better view up here, kind of the whole living area so you guys can see it. But this is the kitchen. Again, there's plenty of storage everywhere. When we moved all our stuff out of this, it amazed me how much we were actually able to fit in here with how many truckloads it took to get it all cleaned out. So this slides in, and then you put it out once you are stopped. And it gives you just some extra space. In the earlier models, they did not have this, and so all of this was just wasted space stuck under there. But they put this little slider in there, and it makes it really nice. Then you've got the oven right here. Got a rack down there. This is where we travel with the microwave plate so it doesn't hit the window in the microwave. We stick it in there. It's got 3 burners in the stove. Oven works great. Stove works great. Nothing to complain about there. Really, really big convection microwave. This is where we actually cook pretty much everything. Just because it's easier to use a convection. Spins around and things cook a little bit more evenly. And so we use that more often than not. Got more storage all around here. You've got a massive 18 cubic foot refrigerator for an RV. This thing holds everything you can want inside of it. It's huge. It cools down really, really well. We've heard some people complain about the propane/electric fridges, but this has been amazing for us. Always cold, gets cold fairly quickly, and switches perfectly between propane and electric based on what you need it for. And we actually love the ability to have propane in there. We're so glad we did not go with a residential style. Because there's so many times we would not have had the battery power to sustain a fridge for as long as we needed to, or we're boondocking, and we just need the propane to run it a little more efficiently than we could with the power if we're not plugged in. So again, more storage. This pantry is not extremely deep, as you can see, about a hand length there. But we actually fit quite a bit of food still in this pantry. It is something, although it's not a big walk-in pantry, of course. More storage down here. Got a really, really big island space. I like there's this little extension counter that pops up and down. Goes down like that, and you pull it, and it pops back up to have a nice counter room. Really, really big, deep sink. Sprayer knob. There's lights everywhere in this RV. There's underlights there. You can see all the accent lights all over. Even underneath the RV on the outside, there's accent lights. Here's some more storage up here. This RV we've wired with a 2000 watt inverter, and we have a battery bank in the front. And so that's the control for the inverter, and we have solar panels on this. We have 380 watts of solar, and that's the solar charge controller right there. And then this is the one control system. This is what controls the whole RV, and also you can control the whole RV with your phone, which I did all the time. I loved that feature, to lay in bed and turn off a water heater or turn on an AC or change the heat in the kids' room. It was amazing to have that. So now we're moving up, a little more storage right here. There is a vacuum in here, so there's a spot for a vacuum right there, and there's one of these little ports right there to sweep things into. We really like that. We didn't actually take out the vacuum too often, but we did use that a lot to put stuff in there. Got the door right here. Here is the one control center. This is where everything's controlled to. So like for instance, lighting, I can tap accent, and the accent light's turned off. I can tap again, they turn back on. I can also even change the color of these to whatever I want. You can go over here and you can set them to flash or blink or strobe or change the colors all over the place. We normally just kept it on white or blue and not strobing. And that's pretty cool. There's also switches for some lights as well. So like the kitchen lights, you can control with the manual switch here. Control the manual switch here. There's manual switches for the slides and the awnings, or you can use the one control as well, so you have multiple options there, which is also cool. So moving up here, we have the bathroom, sink over here, medicine cabinet, pretty deep storage in here. Got a toilet. We upgraded the seat on this to actually be one of those nicer seats, not the plastic ones they originally came with. Good storage for towels up here. We have some racks we've put on here for our towels, and that's where we hung them, so they're kind of hidden behind the door there. Glass shower panel. Nice skylight letting light in here. Good size shower. Worked really, really well for us. Little vent right there in the ceiling. And then here is the master bedroom. This has one slide. That whole wall right there is a slide. It just comes in and rests right against the bed right here. We normally have a TV on the wall there, but we took that down temporarily. Got your satellite and cable if you have that hooked up for your TV. And this is actually really, really good storage. It goes all the way back here. You can see it's actually really, really deep area for hanging clothes. We actually put some racks on the bottom and put more clothes in there. And it's the same on both sides. Deep drawers. There's also really, really nice space up here for stuff, and it's really, really deep. Goes back in there. There's more accent lights up above the bed there. Individual lights you can turn on and off, and also lights underneath these that can be turned on and off. Tons more storage above the bed. This does have 3 AC units, so one of them's in here, one of them's the main area, and another one is in the garage. And that really, really helps cool it down on hot days like today. Lots and lots of storage that goes way back there. We fit tons of tubs in here, and we actually use all this for storage too. Since you can't walk beside the bed, we had all this extra space. We use that for storage as well. But that is the master bedroom. Now let's go down and check out the garage. All right, so this is the garage. We've got carpet down right now. This is just a sheet of carpet it came with. This is what we use as the kids' room while we had this, and so we never put toys in here. We never strapped anything down. So the garage is perfectly clean underneath the entire thing. Well, there's some crumbs right there, it looks like. But other than that, it's pretty clean underneath that. We have the 3-season doors back here. So this deck goes down, which I'll actually put down and show the video in a minute. But these doors open up. There's glass panels that come up, so it keeps out the wind and rain and everything like that. And you've got a nice deck with a railing out there to walk around. We like letting our kids go out there because it's all gated off, and our 1-year-old cannot open the gate. So it was a nice little containment area for her. This is the second bathroom, just a sink, toilet, window. We've got a third TV back here. So there's actually 4 TVs in this unit. One in the master, one in the main area, one in the back, and then one outside. More storage up there. These come down. So these are 2 queen bunk beds. You just press a button and it lowers them, and then they go back up. You can make it so they both go down, or you can lock it up there and then just have this come down. This one turns into a couch on either side, or you can lay it flat and use it as a bed. Either way. 2 windows back here, and then a spot if you want to for a washer and dryer as well. And then of course the second door right over here. One thing I did not show you out here is that there is a loft up here. There's one light up there, just not on right now, but you can see there's a big loft with there's a twin size bed up there, maybe an extended twin or something like that. We just used all that for storage. We didn't want our kids to be up that high, but it worked amazing to have tons of storage all back there and hidden. But all right, so this is the outside of the RV. Hopefully the wind is not making it so you can't hear me, but this is what the RV looks like on the outside. It's a triple axle RV, as you can see right there, with automatic leveling front and back. Super simple system. All you literally do is pull up. We put wood chocks or wood blocks under here because we found them to be a lot cheaper than the other type of blocks, and when they break, they're super cheap to replace, and we just like it sitting on this instead of sitting on the ground. One button levels the entire thing. You've got speakers out here and a TV. You've got lighting all underneath the RV if you want it. There's 3 awnings, one there, one there, and one there. And there's actually a 4th awning on the very back of the unit. But all those come out. It's a little windy right now, so I don't want to put them out, cause any damage to them when it's windy. But they all have lights underneath them, so it lights up the whole RV. I'll throw a picture in here so you guys can see what it looks like at nighttime, but it lights it up super well. You got another porch light over here. You've got these nice stairs. The back just has the rollout stairs. This has stairs like this. We like having the 2 different options because while we're traveling, we actually normally use the back stairs, and it's super easy just to throw those out and climb back up there. These, when the slides are in and everything at truck stops and stuff like that, sometimes can't come all the way down if you're close to someone else. So it's nice to have that other option there. You got the door, another porch light, a floodlight. You've got your not quite pass-through storage in here, but you can fit a lot in here. Still, you've got the vacuum right there, so you can vacuum out here. That's where the bag is for it. And you got space right there. That's battery disconnect. A little light. Right out here you have a spot for a hose to be able to hook up, and then you have 2 outlets right here as well. I'll lock that back in place. This is a little latch to keep the door open. And then this RV has 2 30-pound propane tanks. Right now I've got a smaller one in there because I'm filling up the other one at the moment. But normally you'll see on the other side it's a bigger tank than this, and there's 2 of them. I also got these little gauges so you can see the level in it, and we can make sure we actually have propane because it's tough to tell sometimes other propane. Underneath the front here is where the generator is. There is a Onan 5500 gas powered generator, which we absolutely love. We boondocked a lot in this RV, meaning we would go out where we did not have connections to power anything. We have 2 30-gallon gas tanks in the back of the RV, and those can power this. So 60 gallons of gas, this thing can run for a long time. We've run AC almost continuously for an entire week just using this generator. And if you're not having to run the AC, you can last weeks on end. You have to go back with water before you run out of power, which is nice. But we did want to be able to run normal things without turning on the generator, like my laptop, the TVs, things like that. So we have this inverter. This is a IC2000 Go Power inverter. It works great. Shuts on and off automatically when it's being used, and you can turn it on inside and mess with any of the settings. It's connected to this battery bank right here. We have 4 100 amp hour AMG batteries. You can see there's the hydraulic stuff over here, but this will last quite a while. It's charged mainly by the sun, and when the generator is on, it will charge the batteries as well. So those batteries always keep topped off. Even when the RV is just sitting here like this, they're getting power from the sun. We're plugged in right now as well. But that's the generator bay. And this is just a light switch for light in the front of the RV. Show you right here. So there's actually accent lights in the front there as well, in addition to underneath the RV. The truck's for sale too, if anyone wants a 2019 dually to pull this with. You can see the slide outs. We've got the other tank right here. This is what the tanks normally look like, the one that I'm filling up. And you can see this one is empty. This is the wet bay where you dump the tanks, fill up the tanks. Let's see here. All right. So this has the Nautilus system. So it's just these little knobs right here you can turn to change it to city water, to fill up the tanks for dry camping, winterizing it. There's a nozzle with a hot and cold out here for a hose. There's a black tank flush. This is the main way to fill up the water tank. Then there's an auxiliary water tank. This RV has 2 water tanks for a total, I believe, of 157 gallons of water, which is huge for an RV, which is amazing. This is the auto level right here. Really simple, just the up down auto level. You can put it to hitch height so it remembers exactly where you disconnected, and then retracts all of them once you're ready to hit the road. No problems at all with the auto level system. We like it a lot. That's for the water heater right here. The reason why it's all wet right now is because I just changed out the anode rod in the water heater, and so water got everywhere. That is the heater for the RV. And then this is where the kitchen is. This is the fridge right here. Those are the vents. That's the vent for the microwave convection oven. I'll go back here. We have a 50-foot long 50 amp power cord, which is nice because we've had to use it multiple times. So I'm glad we don't have just the standard 25-foot one. The 50-foot ones really come in handy there. Got a pole right there for the fresh water tank to drain that if you need to drain that. And then back here is where you fill up the gas tanks. So you got gas tank 1 and gas tank 2, and you've got something to fill. So if you have toys, you can fill up your toys right out here. There's a little pump station here where you can see fuel levels, turn it on and off. This first one is for the generator. It's dedicated to the generator, 30 gallons. This back one is dedicated for filling up toys and stuff like that, except we always use both of these for the generator. So once this one's empty, I just fill up from this hose into this one, and then it fills this tank back up and it goes to the generator, because this little nozzle here is attached to the back tank. So I just cross fill it, and then you've got 60 gallons of fuel for the generator if you want it, which is very handy. And then back here, here's the foldable ladder to get up to the top. We're actually on top of the RV now. So this is AC1, AC2. Then the third AC is down here by my feet. This is to run wires down if you need to. I've not ever opened that up, but there's a spot to run some wires down. This is by the washer and dryer, I believe. So this roof can be completely walked on. You can see there's these two solar panels right here. That's a vent for the kitchen, that's the vent for the bathroom, and the bathroom skylight. And then that's the Vanguard 360, which is the over-air antenna, so you can get antenna for local channels and things like that. It's omnidirectional, so you don't have to sit out here and point an antenna somewhere. We've got the cables for the solar panels going directly down into the bay down there where those batteries are. And then that little thing right there is for the one control center. That's how it kind of does Wi-Fi around the RV, so you can control the RV from your phone. The only damage up on the roof right here is back here. There was one gas station that was about half an inch too low, and we nicked this first part, or actually this last part. This is the highest part in the RV, because the gas station cleared the first two and it just nicked this one. Did not mess up anything with the AC itself. It's literally just the cover right here that cracked, and it didn't even crack all the way down. But there is a little damage on there, but that's the only damage on the outside of the RV at all. And the AC still works just fine, so we just have not replaced this cover yet. I put some taping underneath it to make sure nothing got in, but as you can see, there's big vents in the side, so it's not made to be completely waterproof, but just to be sure, I taped up the inside as well. And then the very back of the RV, we have added a hitch back here, a receiver, and we would store our grill back here. Added an extra bottle of propane. It was just nice not to have to load the grill up and down into the truck and get it all greasy. It was back here out of the way, and this is the big ramp door. There's lighting back here. There's the awning, like I said, which also has lighting, and then just your normal tail lights and stuff like that. This is actually welded, not the receiver itself is actually welded onto the frame, so this thing is not going anywhere. It's not suitable for towing something. I don't think it's even legal to tow something this long, but it is perfectly fine for a grill and stuff like that. It's got more than enough weight rating for that, but it's not designed to hook something up to actually tow it. It would be too tall anyways. But let me back up and just give you one more overview of the RV. Then I will open up the deck and show you guys what that looks like. All right, so this is with the deck open. You can see the nice big windows here, letting in lots of light. These are down right now, so we just have the screens. Little lock back here. And these slide open. So you have a nice walkway through right there. The breeze feels good already. And these are the fences that you have out here. These things set up extremely fast. They're attached on this side and this side. I'll show you guys how I put it away, but it normally takes about 2 minutes to completely open up and about 2 minutes to put away, so it's super easy to do. It does not take a lot of time, and they latch into place down here. If you do not want to use these swing off to the side here, and then you can disconnect these cables right here and put it into a ramp mode to get something into the back of the RV. But like I said, we don't store anything back in the RV, so we've always used this as just a deck, which has been really, really nice. Then it's got a little fence right there to get out and in if you want to. But let me set up the camera and I'll show you guys how easy it is to actually tear all of this down. And that is the tour of our RV. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you have any questions or want to know anything else about it, please let me know. Be happy to answer questions. It's going to be in Arizona, Phoenix area. For right now, that's where we have it listed for sale. Like I said, truck is listed for sale as well. It's 2019 Ford F350 dually. It's been an amazing truck for us. We love this thing. It's just not practical to drive around, and we don't have something like this to tow with it anymore. It's got 32,000 miles on it, I think, right now. We just replaced all 6 tires a week ago. Something like that, about a week ago. So, a beautiful truck, drives super well, and tows this thing like a champ. This loaded up is about 20,000 pounds. So, with the truck and the trailer together, with full tanks on the truck and the trailer, you're just under 30,000 pounds combined. So, it's a heavy setup. That's why I really like having the dually and having that extra carrying capacity, especially driving over mountain ranges and stuff like that. So this is our RV. Please reach out if you have any questions.